Hey everybody, my name's Peter. I'm an ADHD health coach, and today we are talking about self-care for ADHD, which is really important to me because I burn out quite a bit and I don't end up filling up my cup. Uh, and I had that problem for a while because I would take too many things on and then I couldn't handle it. So the purpose of this video is to go over helping fill up your cup and how to get your energy to be somewhat sustainable to the best of ADHD's abilities. Um, so let's get into it. What is the importance of self care for ADHD? Well, one of the main things is it's going to help replenish your energy. Self care activities help recharge your mental and emotional batteries because a lot of it, this thing is going to be on 24/7, all the time, magnified compared to a neurotypical brain. So being able to recharge it is going to be helpful because it's going to drain faster than most other brains that may not have ADHD. Another thing that goes with this is managing your stress. Regular self-care, reducing stress, preventing burnouts, and setting boundaries. The boundaries is going to be helpful. I get that saying no is hard, but maybe saying later or let's set this up another time, or I don't have the capacity to put this on my plate at the moment, but let's revisit this topic. Those are other ways of not saying yes, but not saying no either. Self care is also going to help improve your focus and productivity because if you keep saying yes to everything, ADHD symptoms get worse because now you're more spread out rather than honing in things and having a better management system over your ADHD. So, taking care of yourself is going to enhance your ability to focus and be productive. Because let's be honest, there's a constant leak in the cup that drains your energy, leading to mental exhaustion because constantly managing ADHD symptoms can be mentally taxing. Emotional overwhelm, increased sensitivity to stimuli, and emotional dysregulation can lead to frequent overwhelm as well. Oh my gosh, this is the big one. If you have a bunch of decisions to make in a day, you're going to end up having decision fatigue, whether you are somebody who has a regular brain or somebody who has an ADHD brain. ADHD brains just feel it a little bit more to where you're going to struggle with organization, planning, and overall drained energy. So, helping make the choices at another time and setting up to where you have less choices. This being said, maybe if you don't have a uniform for work, you create your own uniform to wear. This is the set clothes you wear to work. For me, I wear, I have 3 different pants I circulate through, and then I have to wear a certain shirt, and I circulate through those as well. But the pants is the big decision thing there. And then I just grab whatever socks I want, and I use the same shoes. But that helps me. I plan my meals in advance to where I set them up 2 days of the week, and now I can just grab and go. This helps me decrease my decisions for the day so I'm not as fatigued and leading me to more positive health choices. Instead of grabbing that bag of chips, now I'm grabbing an apple because it's made easier in my environment. Okay, practical self-care strategies to fill up your cup because you're going to have to constantly be filling it back up because there is this little tiny hole draining it this whole time. Okay, so setting clear, achievable goals to provide structure and reduce overwhelm. For me, I have a main goal for the week, and then I have little tasks each day in order to do it. Please don't go above 5 tasks because there's going to be tangents that your brain goes on. There's going to be other things. We want to work with our brain, not against it. And we don't want to provide even more overwhelm. Providing yourself some structure for this to where maybe you have guidelines, but it's not set, so you can shift accordingly because some days that cup is going to be empty and you're going to need the day to recover. Mindfulness and relaxation. So practice mindfulness techniques like meditation, deep breathing, or yoga to calm the mind. Maybe it's even just focusing on one task at a time. In addition, schedule regular breaks throughout the day. Common technique is Pomodoro technique, to where it's 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. If you want to use those 5-minute breaks to get a little bit more movement going to help reintegrate your focus, that is always an option. Engage in the hobbies and interests of your choice for that season. So engaging in activities you enjoy can boost your mood and energy. Personally, right now, my hobby of choice is rock climbing. It helps get me social. It helps me from a long day just be able to unwind and fill my cup back up. And I'm able to go to sleep quite nicely afterwards. Make sure you're doing some physical self-care. You're prioritizing that sleep and your nutrition and your physical activity to maintain overall health. I did make separate videos on these. I'm not going to get into it in this video, so feel free to reach out to those. ADHD is the most treatable psychiatric condition because I like to call it a superpower that can be a curse. Not everybody benefits from the superpower side. Not everybody has the cursed side, but there are a balance between the two. And we want to at least stay on the balance or maybe even tip the scales to where it's more so a superpower. And when you're seeking professional help, whether it's coaching, counseling, therapy, medicine, whatever it is, that's going to help tip the scales a little bit more into your favor. Same thing with prioritizing the self-care. Back to setting boundaries. So when you're protecting your time and energy by setting boundaries with work and social commitments, that is going to overall help reduce your stress too. To where you have your certain work hours and the contract you agreed to, you may have to be like, when is the priority this has to be done? And maybe you even ask for extra help at work in order to set your stuff up. Or maybe you tell your friends, hey, you know what? I'm really not feeling well. And that can be not feeling well mentally too. Can we reschedule? And that could be helpful for your social commitments. If you know you can only handle one or two a week, only handle one or two social commitments a week. It can be helpful for filling up your cup, but it also can drain it too. It depends on the social interaction. Okay, so overall, create a routine for your self-care. Plan it out. Working memory is not a strong suit of most ADHDers to where you're going to probably forget what you decided. So write it down, record it somewhere, whatever you want to do. But develop a plan. Identify activities that help you feel relaxed and recharged. Create a weekly self-care schedule to ensure you make time for these activities. Incorporate variety. Our brains get bored. So variety is going to help with that. Mix different types of self-care activities, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, to keep it engaging for yourself. And be consistent. Make self-care a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. For me, I personally have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, I put rock climbing on my to-do list, and that is one of the priorities on my to-do list. Fridays, Sundays, it's running. I can shift these around a little bit, but I do try to uphold it to the best of my capabilities and adjust the other things around it. Because at the end of the day, you are going to have to adjust things as needed and regularly assess your self-care. I like to use the QSS technique, which is quickly stop, then shift. And I go over this in other videos too, and even in some other free content I have with challenges. So if you want to know about this challenge or even join the challenge, you can join the free challenge by commenting down below if you're interested, and I will send you the link. In addition, you can also email me separately. That is probably going to be your best bet because I do run that challenge consistently through Facebook groups. Okay, dealing with the ADHD challenges in self-care. Overall, procrastination is a common thing. ADHD procrastination is a little bit different because there's the ADHD paralysis to where the task is too big. So when you break the task into smaller steps and set reminders, it's going to help. There's apps like TickTick and other things that will help you do it. If you notice that you end up going on your phone and getting distracted on the stuff on your phone, maybe use a different easy access piece of technology that helps you. Or maybe it's not technology and you have it written down. Managing your impulsivity can also include using planners, to-do lists, staying organized, and focusing on self-care. What I mean by this is maybe you have your planners and to-do lists to stay organized, but maybe have backup systems too. I was just talking to my partner the other day because I like to invest in things for the future, but sometimes those investments are too big for what it actually should be, and maybe I do them too often. So I told her, Any purchase that is more than $2,500, I need to talk to you about. And let me make something clear. I make the income for the family, and I do have a set amount of expenses that I do not touch that help us get the minimum bills. So that is something to put in there, because finances is also helpful for mitigating stress. That's another note. But building yourself some self-compassion with everything, because you're going to mess up. That's okay. Forgive yourself and go forward with it. Maybe you reset the system again. Maybe you adjust the system to work better for yourself. At the end of the day, you're trying to work with your brain, not against it. If this was helpful, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And if you liked this video, click like. Comment down below if you have any questions. I will get to them to the best of my ability. You can also email me, admin@vitalu.org. If you want to join that free challenge, send me an email saying free challenge mindset mastery, and I will send you the link over for that. Let's go into a recap of what I just went over, because I said a lot of stuff. Regular self-care is going to help manage your ADHD symptoms and improve overall well-being. Everybody needs self-care. So start with small, manageable self-care activities and build from there. Stay patient, persistent, and consistent. As you develop the self-care routine, you're going to be able to find a flow for yourself, and you're going to be able to shift as necessary too as you start to get in the habit of it. So put your self-care practices that you want to try down below, or even your favorite ones that you're already doing. Thank you again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.